What is going on, guys? It is Sam the Raid Man. Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're continuing our clan boss series. This is the one where we use one spotlight champion. We're going to spin 4 different wheels, or 2 different wheels 4 times to get the rest of our champions. We'll spin the wheel of rarities. Once we land on a rarity, we'll spin the wheel of factions and choose a champion of that rarity from that faction to build alongside our spotlight champion. We have done 12 of these episodes. This is lucky number episode 13. Today we're going to be using our spotlight champion of Wixwell. Everyone knows Wixwell. He was a previous fusion and kind of unlocks clan boss to a pretty ludicrous extent, assuming you have buff extenders and some low to mid quality gear. My regular team is a Wixwell team. This is my 1 billion damage team, or 1.4 billion damage team at this point. And this is what I use for the other series. So today we're going to be spinning the wheel to see basically, can Wixwell work in a non-Infinity Shield team, and or can we find enough buff extenders to pair with him, because you at least need one other, probably 2 others, to make a Infinity Shield team work. And I want to see if it's going to be possible. So let's see what kind of luck we can get. Obviously we'll stack our damage up and see how we do against all of our other episodes. Last episode went very well, getting 106 million. This is your chance to get a free Curato Fox Hunter by clicking the link in the description now. You will get Curato as well as 3 amazing epics, Thane, Ugo, and Vergis. I have 4 simple steps for you to redeem this code. Step 1, log out of Play and Play on your PC and uninstall it. Step 2, click on the link in the description of this video and register with a brand new email address. Step 3, launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Final step, go to your inbox and collect your champions. This is your chance to get a great head start in Raid, so make sure you click on this link. So probably looking for epics. I think that's where the most of the buff extenders are, albeit mythicals has like a 1 in 7 chance of just being Mikage. Legendaries, there's not near as many buff extenders. Some of the champions that could be particularly helpful would be anyone who places increased speed like Lydia, or anybody who decreases skill cooldowns. That could also be very, very helpful. All right, so let's spin the wheel of factions. And let's see what faction we get. Is there anybody who can kind of pair alongside a Wixwell style team? A legendary from the Lizardman faction is probably not what we're looking for. We do have increased speed in Negmo Thar. I'm trying to think of other Lizardman champions we have. We have a Krisk, so that's obviously where we have to go. That is a complete mind fart on my part. We have a increased speed and a buff extender. That is an amazing champion. Honestly, I cannot believe that I wasn't like, that's the legendary one. There's no question. I'm embarrassed that I didn't think of that, but I am happy that we got him. All right, so we've got 2 champions in. We need 1 more buff extender. So it is looking more and more likely that we're going to be able to get an Infinity Shield team this episode. If we can get an Infinity Shield team that works, we should be able to just get first place in this series. That is how crazy Wixwell is. Epics would be great. There's multiple epics we like, both for damage dealing and for buff extension. I think Dwarf would be the best one here, but Sacred Order would not be bad. So 2 in 15 chance to get one of the ones we want, and there's other ones that can work as well. Come on, Sacred Order, all the way through. Okay, epic champion from the High Elves. Let's see what we've got. I don't believe there's a buff extender. We're gonna double check. Light Ward. So neither of those champions work. So then what other just options do we have? My first thought's probably tayrel. Decreased attack means our shield takes less damage, and decreased defense means we do more damage. Vergis does ally protect. If we were not going Infinity Shield, I think that could potentially make sense, but I think tayrel makes the most sense. But unfortunately, tayrel is weak affinity, so that's not great. But again, just having a +4 6-star awakened champion makes a big difference. So definitely gonna take that. And he's defense based. Okay, 2 more champions. We need 1 more buff extender. Potentially we could make things work if we have a champion that reduces skill cooldowns, like a Painkeeper. A Demitha would be awesome here. A Geomance would be awesome here. A Brogni could be awesome here. So let's stay in epic. Okay, let's see, like I said, dwarves or Sacred Order. That's what we're looking for. Come on, time to get lucky. And pass the dwarves. Sylvan Watchers, gotta be one of the worst factions for us. That is very, very unfortunate. Epic from the Sylvan Watchers. I don't know how many we have, probably just 1 or 2. We do have White Dryad Nia, and I feel like that's kind of where we have to go, just to try and reduce skill cooldowns. Other options, we could go Ayala Life Braid, who does block debuffs. Chance of acting an instant turn, if anything that could hurt us. So 3 options. Ruella, just raw damage, decreased defense and weaken, and increased crit rate, which if we're extending buffs, this is giving us extra turn meter, and we can build everyone with 70 crit rate. Nia feels like the smartest option because we can put Wixwell in the lead spot, so she will continue to reset Wixwell's skills. That feels like that's the best choice. I don't know if that's enough, but that feels like that's the best choice. Doesn't feel great, if we're being honest. I don't know why I always struggle to find these champions. There she is. She is +4. All right, so one more champion left. No weaken, and realistically, we want one more buff extender. Again, really would love to see Mikage. Would love to see Demitha. We're getting another epic. So this is our what, 4th epic, 3rd epic. So we're doing well on rarities. We just need to do better on factions. Sacred Order or dwarves or skinwalkers. I think there is a skinwalker we can do, which would be the champion I don't have. It's both, and I don't have him. So guess it's Fane or no. Flesh Terror? 4-turn cooldown, so I have to put him in Reflex and Merciless, but he increases all ally buffs, and we have him at level 60, so that is perfect. And he increased the duration of all enemy debuffs too, which is not bad. We'll probably put him in Heaven Cast. Don't think he's got masteries. He does have masteries. He was back way back in the day. He was in a Xavier Explosion team back when Dragon 20, when that was the highest level dragon. All right, so we're going to put Flesh Terror in here. I'm going to go ahead and build it. I think we are good to go in terms of the team. I think this should work. So I will come back once we've got the team built. All right, we've got our champions built, and I think we have a good chance of it going kind of well. We'll see. Potentially famous last word. So Wixwell, we didn't touch his gear. He's in the exact same stuff he's been in. 254, he is the fastest. And then Krisk, I believe, is the 2nd fastest. 242 speed. Again, didn't really touch his gear. He is in a reflex set. And then Nia is in Guardian with Merciless, so chance to lower her skill cooldowns. 4400 defense, 239 speed, so just a little bit slower. Then we have Flesh Terror, who is in Merciless, and he is in our shield set. 218 speed, he is the slowest. Tayrel kind of in random gear, but he is built for damage a little bit. 99 crit rate, 292 crit damage, 6188 defense, 261 accuracy. Hopefully he can land the decreased attack on the A1. We also have Wixwell's decreased attack. In terms of the AI setup, we have Wixwell in the lead, especially so that not White Dryad Naya will reset his skill cooldowns, which not only is going to increase our buff durations, but also grow the size of the shield, so that should help. Tayrel should be taking all of our stuns, I'm hoping. If Flesh Terror takes them, that's sad, but not as big of a deal. Krisk should just be extending like crazy, basically. So 2.5 buff extenders, and then Nia should be kind of splitting the gap, basically. So we'll manual the first few turns just to make sure things are set up correctly, and then I want to see who's taking the stun. So there's 1 shield on everyone. There's 2 shields on everyone. Increased speed on everyone. Decreased defense, but we could get weak affinity. And then we're going to ally protect and small strengthen, that should help. Then buff extension. Wonderful. Looks like we didn't even get touched. Shield growth. A1 for decreased attack, we already have. Increase buff duration, lower his skill cooldowns, increase debuff duration if we have the accuracy, and then boom, shield growth, that's big. And then basically we're waiting for everyone to get their abilities back. Now, we do not have block debuffs, so potentially we should have done Wixwell's skill set to make him place the A3 to protect more people from the stuns. But again, I'm just kind of hoping they will all go to Tayrel, because it just doesn't really lose us too much. I feel pretty good. It does look like maybe his AI is not set up because it's doing the intercept, but I guess we'll live with that. Between our 3 buff extenders and Nia kind of reducing skill cooldowns, I think we have a good chance because he's going to use it there, and then she should reduce it either this turn or the next. I guess the next, and then you should be able to just do the shield growth again. So it should scale very high, very early. Yep, so there's that. There's a buff extension. That should have been a buff extension. There's shield growth and buff extension. So yeah, oh, another reset right there. So I think we have a pretty good chance of going the distance. If we can survive the full max amount of turn limits, I think we'll do good. Obviously, no one here is going to do crazy damage. Tayrel should do solid. Krisk, and then like Wixwell should probably do the most, maybe because he's neutral affinity and has like good stats. Krisk could die with ally protection, but I'm hoping Nia should be able to help with that because she places ally protection on Krisk, the small one, and she places strengthen, and she's in a guardian set, so that should kind of spread the damage out a lot. I really wanted to put someone in a toxic set. Arguably Tayrel should have been in a toxic set, but with 6-star awaken, or yeah, 6-star awaken +4, I really wanted to put him just in full damage. So we'll see how much damage he can do bad affinity, but should be slow and steady. The shield should only get bigger and bigger very fast. So I will go ahead and speed this up because it's going to be a long one, and I'll see you guys at the end. Well, the good news is I think we've kind of created a cool team. I just think the bad news is we're not doing a lot of damage. Like I think the White Dryad Nia works very well. If anything, it's a little bit overkill. You can see we have 26 and 27 turn shields. We just don't need that. But I do think it's possible with good gear that you could hypothetically take out the Flesh Tear and put in a different champion. Obviously, you can put in a better damage doing champion than Tayrel is not doing that much for us. But the team itself, White Dryad Nia, does work pretty well, especially when you have Krisk. So I think Krisk, Wixwell, and Nia can be a very good team, and then kind of have 2 flexible spots in there. I'd be happy to test that. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments. Maybe we can make a future video looking into that further. That's what I was trying to say. But it looks like we will go the full 1500 turns. It has been a long battle. I actually switched over and played some games on my Xbox while this was going because it was just taking forever. It is currently 12:30, so I will be going to bed after this. But I think this is going to be our best record. Let me see if I can pull up that sheet. So our number 1 score is, oh, this is not going to quite be number 1. This is going to be number 2. I think we have Warmaster on most of our champions. I will say we lost some damage because Wixwell kept doing his A3, and I don't think he needed to. I don't think that really made a difference for us. Or not much of a difference. Like not a tangible difference versus if he was just attacking more, I think it would have made a tangible difference. But the shield is absolutely massive. It has never even been close to getting hit through. So we killed it in terms of, stats and, getting enough growth from it. I think the Nia making Wixwell grow it more and more made a massive difference. This is 119.36 million. And our biggest damage dealer, as I guessed, was Wixwell with 44 million. Flesh Tear, not bad. Nia, not bad at all. Tayrel, not great, honestly. 6-star Crushing Rend, or Cruelty, 6-star Cruelty, +4, terrible. Krisk did solid, better than I thought, and Wixwell at the 44 million. So total damage, 119. That puts us in second to our 147 team. That one was pretty much fully, it was like 3-1. You're going super fast and basically got us turn count 50. This one, like we got the distance. This is the longest we've had a team live. So we got the survivability, we just didn't have the damage. I think hypothetically, if we had no Nia and took in Ruella instead, we could have gotten more damage, but I don't know if it would have lasted the full amount. Anyways, if you guys enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel. We will be streaming every Tuesday and Wednesday for raid content, so join if you want to get involved in that, and I will see you guys on the next video.